Stefan kicking us off here with plenty of cards to play.
Let's go, Stefan. Let's see how we go. We're gonna go for a little jog first. Let's jog through that deck and see what we got. Now, Stefan does have some potential with this hand, but it's not exactly the fluffiest. There could be some better. There could really be quite a lot of better cards here. But we do have Ultra Balls. We have Ultra Balls multiple. So at least we can get started. And discarding energy isn't too awful for Stefan. Remember, we've got that Star Portal VSTAR ability, so we can get 3 energy back and pop it on a Pokemon. So energy's okay. We can say goodbye to it for now.
And with 4 Night Stretchers, you can discard Pokemon, and it's almost the best place to leave them in that discard pile.
It's almost easier to stretcher them out of there than the deck half the time, isn't it?
A little deck check here for Stefan.
Very wise, as always. Some of our best players making sure they're taking their time, especially since we have the extra time in top 4 to be able to have a little look through and just make sure we've got those important lines. Obviously, Stefan's going to be making sure we've got that lovely Froakie through Greninja, seeing how much potential there is for Dusknoir shenanigans. And yeah, Rahul sitting pretty with just the Iron Bundle right now. At least it isn't prized this game, and unfortunately it has given the Ghost away in that regard. So Stefan now knows that that is an option, and that Rahul does have a little bit of gusting ability by discarding the Iron Bundle once it's on the bench.
Yeah, just trying to get a little glimpse of Rahul's hand, see what the potential is there. I think so much of this matchup, if you go first and you get set up well, it puts you in such a strong position. So we're really looking towards Stefan now as to what is possible with these Ultra Balls, discarding a lot of cards, and that is the challenge with Ultra Ball. But if you can discard some energy along the way, it's not all too bad. No,
and we look at, ooh, I quite look at the like of that. I like this Squawkabilly potential here, actually. I know it seems scary because of Iron Hands, but if there's Squawkabilly potential up in here, I'm not upset about it. We're going for an Ultra Ball, another couple of cards that we're not going to be using, and then if you Squawk and Seize, absolutely. We're looking at a fresh hand. We said that that hand wasn't looking too great, and this is the kind of response that I would expect from Stefan, being able to go, okay, no. We're just going to start again with that. I'll take a new one, please. Thank you.
Also, Lugia VSTAR, if there's just the lone Lugia V down, you can often keep them out of the game by just targeting that specifically. The Palkia VSTAR stops Rahul from overbenching, because if you overbench, you then increase the damage. But it will also, if you underbench and only have one Lugia V in play, and the Dusknoir is potentially used, then that will completely ruin your chance of getting a Lugia VSTAR off unless you find... is there a Thornton in Rahul's list? No Thornton.
No Thornton. So, I mean, yep, Buddy-Buddy Poffin here. Let's go wide. Let's keep going. Keep up the pressure. Again, Froakie, fantastic addition for this deck. Really, what Palkia needed in this format was partners. Palkia needed something to keep it going. And not only did we get that in Terrapagos with making sure that your opponents are having these gigantic boards, so your damage output is heightened, but also it gives more potential to yourself with pairing it with cards like Greninja to pump out damage on some of your weaker matchups like Lugia.
Or even the Iron Dawns that was beaten in the previous round. I'm sure Greninja EX became a big part of that game. And the same thing would be true of Miraidon matchups, right? Having such a strong fighting type attacker that is also consistent. And there's the PokéStop.
Oh
no, don't put the PokéStop in play.
Not them.
Not for Rahul.
No, please. No! Why? PokéStop, you're so mean!
Stefan needs to have a chat with his PokéStops as they are being awful.
Yeah, I think we need to go. We need to go speak to the Pokemon Go casters about this one and ask why they're not working correctly. I think they've been misprogrammed. Now, we got a Tails on the Capturing Aroma, so we're looking for a basic Pokemon. Not too bad right now. I haven't got a glimpse of Rahul's hand. Is there a Lugia in there?
I think there was a Nest Ball, so that would be able to get a Lugia out.
Okay, so we're more so looking for Archeops here, you think?
Yeah, so there we go. There's that Lugia V coming down from the Capturing Aroma.
First piece of the puzzle, let's go. Now we need 2 Archeops. We want them in the discard pile. Let's see how Rahul can piece it together from here.
Interesting how the Nest Ball is in the list. Typically not a ball search used in Lugia due to how important it is to find cards into your hand rather than down onto your bench. But you can see the consistency it can provide in those early turns if you've got more ways to find your Lugia.
Absolutely. And it shows here. I mean, maybe 2 Lugia wasn't exactly what Rahul was looking for, but again, sometimes it's the safe way to go with Lugia, is just make sure you've got enough, especially since we're discarding things. Professor Sada swinging into action, discard the hand, and draw 7 new cards.
Yeah, with the Squawkabilly as well, that Nest Ball allowing you to discard still and keep swinging. There's the PokéStop. This time.
Ooh, 2 boss, and I think that was a gift energy. That's kind of big.
PokéStop heard our cries and didn't want to work against its user. Rahul, bosses are so important for Rahul in this matchup, so
Huge.
having those discarded from the PokéStop could be massive.
And that's
no
just a
Archeops.
pass. Whoa, no Archeops in sight. Oh, they're staying in their fossilized form right now. They are not coming out to play. And we move on to Stefan's turn, going straight into the origin form. Palkia VSTAR here. Stefan's hand also not looking too hot, but we do have Trekking Shoes. We do have PokéStop. Let's see how Stefan chooses to sequence this turn to perfection. Starting off with Greninja.
There was an interesting route with the Mirage Barrage from the Greninja EX that could take out the Iron Bundle and the Minchino in the same attack.
Oh, Mike. Mike, that is a filthy turn.
Yeah, you'll be able to get the Palkia VSTAR Star Portal activated before you evolve the Froakie, as it's still a Water type then, and then once you evolve into Greninja EX, it becomes a fighting type attacker.
Here we are, top 10 villain of the year comes by. PokéStop, why? I mean, it's not that bad. We have Night Stretchers, but ouch.
Is there a Night Stretcher
I don't know if there's one. There is one in hand. There's one in hand. So the Rare Candy, the Night Stretcher, we get the Greninja. Now we need the energy, baby. Well, Palkia can help us out with that. Our good old Palkia. Helping us out. Get the energy on. Oh.
Well, Trekking Shoes. What have we got there?
I didn't see it.
The Trekking Shoes, so good for the consistency here. And
a lot of people kind of consider Trekking Shoes as like the 59th, 8th, 7th or 6th card of your deck, thinking actually it kind of just increases your consistency. Is literally walking you closer to the cards you need rather than the ones you don't need.
Yeah, it's a brilliant card to have in your deck, especially when you want to be motoring through it as fast as possible.
Oh, okie dokie. We're going for the Night Stretcher for the Dusknoir. Interesting.
That will be able to switch a new active in, so it's going to be putting that onto the Lugia V, and that will put the Greninja forward.
Oh, Mike, you were so close.
So great. Wrong Greninja.
Wrong one. Wrong Greninja. The Radiant Greninja. He's so rad that he's Radiant. We're taking it even further.
I love the way the Nest Ball was grabbed off of that Trekking Shoes. You could see Stefan working out how to get that Nest Ball active, and the Mew's so good in this deck because you see the hands get so small.
Masterful. Beautiful. I love it. And like you say, Rahul doesn't want to bench too many Pokemon right now because it just increases Stefan's damage output. And that was the weakness of Origin Form Palkia for so long, was that your opponent could affect your damage output. No one wants that. You want to be in full control of your own damage output, not them.
Well, Radiant Greninja has been somewhat dormant in recent times.
Wow.
And it's nice to see Radiant Greninja attacking again with that Moonlight Shuriken. Such a powerful attack, especially when Lost Box and variants of the Lost Engine were so powerful. And there we go, Lugia V knocked out.
Ooh.
And the Minchino. So 3 prize turn there for Stefan.
Oh my.
Giving up 1 prize with the Curse Blast, but so powerful at this stage.
Honestly, that just puts Rahul on a massive back foot. Not only has Stefan taken 3 prize cards to Rahul's 1, but also Rahul's going to need to now find those Archeops. Again, biggest traitor of the year 2024 is this PokéStop right there on your screens right now.
PokéStop.
I need to get a medal.
Creating highlights here, and that's going to be enough for Rahul to scoop up and go to game 3.
I don't blame him.
PokéStop taking away the options.
Honestly, PokéStop, I don't know who's the bigger villain at this point. Like, honestly, it's going for the best villain arc that I could ever think. 3 energy, including the legacy. It's really not spelling out good stuff there.
It's dictating the results of the game on its own.
It's crazy. I'm like, these are skilled players, but they're at this beck and call of these PokéStops right now. They are just showing us how far the game can go. But that's 1-1 to our players. Either of them could win it. We've seen the potential. Let's see this game 3 out, and let's see what the PokéStops